Namaskaram, I'm Mirana Gian and I am so happy to have you in this course, which is really the core of what I have accumulated in regards to the knowledge of teaching yoga. Vinyasa Krama means wise progression and refers to the science of sequencing. It is the body of knowledge that allows you to systematically design classes to achieve specific goals through a carefully crafted progression. Practices with a seamless beginning, middle, and end. Your study of Vinyasa Krama will include the time-tested systems of knowledge of chakras, the foundation of the yoga practice, pranayama, the science of breath, asana, the methodology related to our bodily and energetic systems, meditation, our yoga nidra, the science of mind, and ultimately soul and tantra, the ancient tradition that waves together the worlds of spirit, energy, and matter. These core teachings are the source for your study and practice throughout the training. All the course components allow you to assimilate the essential knowledge you'll need to be able to design the safest, most efficient, and most effective classes. By the time you are done, you will have a new appreciation for the reach and power of practice, and you will be prepared to design an array of classes with specific outcomes and to teach yoga as a holistic science, one that touches body, mind, and soul. This training will be divided in 9 consecutive workshops. Vinyasa Krama and the teachings you will learn in this course, more than any other training I have organized before really, will change the way you see practice, the way you see and understand the reach of yoga, and the ability to bring clarity and sophistication to your teaching really in the most exceptional way imaginable. So come with me as we jump into Vinyasa Krama, this great wisdom that illuminates the potential of yoga. Namaskaram. Welcome to Vinyasa Krama and the art of Vinyasa Yoga sequencing, which is a combination of wisdom, intuition, and creativity. Kshanat tat kramayo samyamad vivekayam jnanam. By samyama, simultaneous concentration, meditation, and samadhi on the sequence of indivisible moments of time, the past, present, and future are known simultaneously along with the nature of the world of objects. Patanjali Yoga Sutras 3:53. As yogis, we are radical. In our quest for enlightenment, eternal happiness, we seek to break out the bonds of cultural conditioning in order to explore and ultimately come to see the true nature of reality. The practice of Vinyasa Krama can help us in this effort. The word Vinyasa is composed of 2 words, Vi meaning order and Nyasa meaning placement. And the word Krama means the uninterrupted sequence of events from beginning to end. So the entire term means the ordered placements of a sequence of events. Just like in life, each action creates a reaction, and each moment leads into the next one, along with the quality and consequence of the previous actions. So in Vinyasa, each asana and its qualities will create and determine how we arrive into the next pose. And so each asana should create the fertile ground and quality we need to advance into the next one. Vinyasa Krama, usually shortened simply to Vinyasa, refers to a flowing sequence of asanas linked fundamentally by breath and intention. However, integration is the element and the third element which brings the ultimate quality of experience of the practice as a movement meditation. Vinyasa is like our life, where the only constant is change. Our world is a process, not a collection of objects. Every element of every animate being and inanimate thing in the universe is constantly changing. The sequence of changes is always occurring, But ordinarily, in us, the sequence is linked by unconsciousness, and we do not perceive it. Most of us see objective reality as more real than subjective reality, and spend much of our life and much of our energy trying to grasp new objects or stop the gradual decay of everything objectified. When we inject consciousness into the process of change, though, which is a state of absolute embodied presence, we can become aware of the past and the future because they are experienced simultaneously in the present. And using intention, we can direct the sequence of changes toward the benefit of all beings. And this is the state of pure awareness or enlightenment, which is freedom. In Vinyasa, we practice a sequence of asanas as one continuous movement from start to finish. Every movement into or out of a posture is linked to an in-breath or out-breath, an intention. The underlying reason for the practice drives the movement forward. Here are some additional important guidelines for Vinyasa practice. Inhales and exhales should be equal duration and move the same volume of air. Ujjayi pranayama breathing makes the breath audible and easier to regulate. There should be no pause or retention of breath at any time, like the ocean moving. The end of every inhale flows into the beginning of every exhale and vice versa. The breath is used in this way as a tool for training the attention and consciousness. The quality of the breath reflects the quality of the mind in any posture or transition. If it has an unaffected quality free from attachment to the pleasure or aversion to pain or discomfort, the mind will have that same quality. Like with the breath, there should be no stopping or pause between movements. The transition into or out of an asana should take the same amount of time as the inhale or the exhale to which it is linked, no more and no less. That means that a simple movement may have to be done more slowly than usual, and a more complicated movement may have to be done more quickly than usual. As soon as the movement is complete, which is the same time as the in or out breath is complete, the next movement begins. So the practice flows seamlessly. One more tip, Mula Bandha should be applied throughout the practice. It directs consciousness from the mundane to the spiritual and reminds us of our intention. A properly executed Vinyasa practice can help break the habit of viewing the world around us as a collection of objects or viewing life as a series of distinct events. It mimics the way nature works, always moving, changing, and curvy. Events in nature do not just happen, they unfold, they develop. Thus, in our Vinyasa practice, we do not do standing forward bend, then upward facing dog, then downward facing dog in a choppy, static way. But rather, we let each asana unfold into the next one, the way a seed unfolds into a stem, then into a bud, then into a flower, then back into the earth to nourish the next generation. When asanas, the sequence of changes, are woven together with breath and conscious intention, we align ourselves with a continuous flow, the undulating rhythm of the universe. Vinyasa Krama means a step-by-step progression into something or to an intention. An intention, in this case, being a peak asana pose, a quality or even healing. I'm Mirana Gian. Thank you so much for being here. Looking forward to see you in the next class. Namaskaram.